What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to a new episode of Off the Bench. Of course, I'm DeMarcus.
And I'm Ty.
And Happy New Year to everybody out there that made it through the 2023. So what you do for New Year's, Ty?
Slept.
You slept?
And I was talking to myself. I was like, self?
Self.
Yeah.
I said, yeah. Hey, man, you might want to be careful about talking to yourself. Some people think you're crazy.
But no, man, I think I'm pretty much over like the club scene and stuff like that for New Year's. Yeah. It's starting to get ridiculous, So I just chill at the house. Yeah. The Georgia-Ohio State game that to like 11:30 almost.
Both those games last night really were amazing, dog. Yeah. Like I was really happy to see like the TCU game, like how they
I did not have it.
Yeah, like how they came back and then Michigan came back and then they went up and like just the roller coaster of that game was amazing. So I think Georgia and TCU going to be a great championship game.
Yeah, I think it is too. If
TCU come out playing like they did. So, but similar to you, bro, I just chilled out. I think in last year I came to that same, idea of, you know what, I'm at a point in my life now where like going out and partying and all that stuff is just not. It's not a thing no more.
Nah.
It's more
especially not on New Year's where it's just
so many wild people, man. So many wild people, and you asking for trouble. So. But man, I'm glad you had a good New Year's. Glad to be here. This is our first episode in 2023. Man. So I want, just to tell y'all, we got a lot of big things in store this year for 2023. A lot of guests, a lot of great topics. So y'all basically, stay tuned and stay with us. And I appreciate all the love we getting on social media. And if you, like you say, you see this video, make sure you like, subscribe, share, because it just grows the platform for us. So with that being said, my boy Ty came with some fire topics today.
Oh, appreciate it, man.
So let's run down, and I got to add to the first topic, but let's run it down. So the first topic we got on hand is the 60-21-10 game from Luka.
MVP.
What?
MVP.
What?
He's the MVP of the season. I'm calling it right now.
How?
Yes.
They're like
it don't matter.
Like 12th in the West.
Listen
what are you
to his
talking?
Last stats.
Oh my God!
Hey, his last games he been having.
Ty, hold on, Ty. Wait, Ty.
50.
You cannot be a biased Dallas fan, bro.
Hey, I'm calling it right now.
You doing the bias. Right you are doing the Dallas Cowboy thing right now.
51 on your Spurs last night.
I saw that. That's what I was gonna bring up. He put 51 on my boys last night, but that ain't no. He's not the MVP.
MVP.
How you the MVP? They lose. They're not. They're
6 in the West right now.
Okay.
It's coming up. If they can get to that that slide into that fourth seed,
so you got him
right there.
MVP over Jokic,
yes,
over Tatum, over Giannis,
yeah,
just
right now.
I don't understand. You got to give me better. You got to give me some more than that, man. So tell me
right now.
Tell me it not just stats.
Because look what he's doing to his team. Like if you take Luka off that team,
okay,
they're 13th in the West.
Okay,
easily. So
they're 7 spots away from where they are now.
Yeah, he got them in the playoffs fighting for a home court advantage right now.
But they're not better than those teams ahead of them, though.
They're not, but you can't argue with his stats right now. Like 51, 35, 60, which 20 and 10. That 35 was 12 and 13, 32, 9 and 9, and 50, 8 and 10.
No, he putting them numbers. I'll give you that, but he's not the MVP of the league.
He's getting that Michael Jordan MVP award.
What? John, do you hear this, man? What does this man talk about?
I'm calling it.
He get the first
Michael Jordan, and it's fitting because he's signed with Team Jordan too. Hey, it's writing on the wall.
Here you come in 2023 with this foolishness, man.
Hey, I'm out the gate with
I knew when you picked this topic, I said he finna come with.
And it was first too.
Yeah, I'm like, bro, it was a lot. You could have put a lot of other things in front of that, and you put him first.
It's first.
Come on, man. No, I'm sorry.
60-21-10.
I will give you 60-21-10 as one of the best single performances of all time, but I'm not putting him in the MVP. I'm not doing it, man.
Oh, and I forgot to even tell you this.
What
was his I think he only missed I think he went like 20 for 32. That's only missing 10 shots.
Okay.
On 60 points.
Okay.
That's crazy.
I know it's crazy, but that don't make you MVP.
That's MVP right there.
I'm sorry. I can't give you that, man.
I'm telling you, he slide into that 4 seed, get that home court advantage. He's getting it. That's all he needs.
John, do you hear this, man?
He hears it.
We don't. You hold on to that because we gonna come back.
Yep.
We gonna come back because we heading towards the second half of the season. All-Star break coming up.
Yep.
So we gonna revisit
any injuries.
Nah, I want to hear
MVP.
So we gonna revisit this.
Yeah.
and at a later date to see if he gonna be MVP because he don't have a shot in the world being MVP in my mind. All right, so let's go to the second one. So LeBron James' birthday just happened not too long ago. 38 years old.
Yeah.
Had a 47, 10, and 9 game.
That's crazy.
You think that was the best birthday performance?
I pulled up some birthday performances.
Okay.
See if I still got it. All right. So some of the top ones was like Barry Bonds had a walk-off on his birthday. Let's see. Michael Jordan. He had 46 points on the Cavs on his 29th birthday.
Okay.
LeBron, his 25th birthday, 50 and 10, 6 assists.
Okay.
Anthony Davis, 24th birthday.
Okay.
He had 46 and 21 rebounds.
Okay.
So it's some great ones up there.
You know what I'm saying? Randy Johnson, do you put him in there?
Oh yeah, it's definitely top 10.
Top 10?
Top 10.
Okay.
And that's all of sports.
Because I'm pulling up now.
Shaq's had 61 points.
Because I'm pulling up like his, he had 10 games of a incredible run. I would say based off of what they did, I would definitely give it to Luka because of say back to back. He had three games back to back where his performances were amazing. Yeah.
So going back to Luka, I seen where it says this year alone he has more 50-point balls than D-Wade had his whole career. Yeah. That is crazy.
The 50-point ball has been passed around like chewing gum in the league right now, bro. Like it's too many people scoring 50. I want to say it was a stat showing that like just in the beginning of the season you've already had like 20 people have a 50-point game.
Yeah, it's no defense in the league.
That's true. I think it's just the game has turned into such a showcase, offensive showcase, that people just don't play defense no more. I think people just allow guys to do whatever they want because of who they are. All right, so let's move on to Ja Morant. So I know he had these comments about who he's worried about. Yeah. And he said he's worried about the season and they played the Warriors and got their head beat in. Yeah. So what you think about his comments?
I think he what they say put his foot in his mouth.
Yeah. 100%. You got to win something, bro. Before you start talking about who you not worried about.
Yeah, and after he said that, before he said that, they just came off of beating Milwaukee Braves in by like 50 without Chris Middleton.
Without Chris Middleton, yep.
So I mean, he's not worried about the Milwaukee because, like I said, they just beat them on their turf. But then you go and lose like that to Golden State without Steph. Yeah. On Christmas. Yeah. Clay been won that game.
Oh yeah, you saw when he shot the ball and was talking trash to Dylan Brooks. Yep. You know what I'm saying? So that's my thing. Is like you cannot be saying stuff when you haven't been there yet. At least the Celtics have been there. Yeah, they went last year. The Warriors always in the talks, unless like I said, pending any major injuries of their players. But they're always in the talks of being a champion. And to go into like I said, a regular season game like that and try to say, "Oh, I'm not worried about nobody in the West." Like, come on, bro, you gotta win. You gotta do something with the teams that you're in front of or behind before you can even worry about what's going on in the East. Yeah. So but I get it. You're just trying to, create drama in the league parody. Yeah. And I think, like you say, he talked a little ahead of himself. Yeah, I think he learned. Sure. I think he learned his lesson now to just keep building.
This ain't no not knows, but Jordan Poole has been on a tear lately.
Yeah. It's because Steph Curry ain't playing.
Yeah. It's like he had like 240 balls.
Yeah. It's because Steph Curry not playing. Yeah. If Steph Curry's playing, Jordan Poole takes a back seat.
Of course.
You cannot have all three of them on the court.
You can't have them on the court?
You can't have all three of them on the court.
You can have them on the court, but it's one basketball.
That's what I'm saying. It's not enough because if you think about it, Steph and Poole are similar. Like Clay, he just catch and shoot. Yeah. He might catch and drive, but he ain't really got, he ain't loosey-goosey with the ball or putting it on the string like Curry and like Poole is. So I think that's why when Steph Curry and Poole are in the game together, you see those points and the production go down because they play the same type of style. Yeah. So I think eventually they're gonna have to make a decision of, hey man, we might need to really lean towards Poole.
I don't think that's gonna happen no time soon.
You don't think so?
Nah, they okay with spending the luxury cap
to have all them on the team.
Why not?
No, I agree. I mean,
to be a dynasty,
you don't want to let any of those guys go somewhere else and become a problem for you later on down and down the road. So. Nah, like I said, the only one I can live with leaving is Draymond Green. I ain't letting Wiggins go nowhere. I ain't letting Steph Curry ready to retire, Klay Thompson ready to retire, and then Poole. I ain't letting none of them go. I mean, not Wiggins, but what's his name? Wiseman. Yeah, can go.
Wiseman can go.
Wiseman can go. Draymond Green can go.
I mean, Wiseman and Poole is your piece for your after the Clay and Steph era is over with.
He ain't on the floor. He ain't on the floor though. So it's like you don't never get to see him. You don't know what he can do because he's always in the G League. You never get to see if he's able to do anything.
Yeah, that's true.
So that's why I'm like, nah, I ain't worried about him. All right, so let's move on to the Phoenix Suns. So here recently, Ayton been getting into it with players and coaches. So what do you think what the problem is in Phoenix?
I don't know if it's the system or just not letting him be who he is. It's something wrong with it. Yeah. And like I said, he's getting into it with the coaches. Yeah. Arguing during timeouts with Monty Williams.
Monty Williams, and Bridges.
Yeah. And on the court arguing with them.
Yeah.
Like when they was going to line up free throws, he's in a shouting match with somebody. Can't do that. Yeah. Especially if you coming off of a Western Conference Finals 2 years ago. Your team's supposed to be gelled together. Yeah.
Especially you just signed a extension with them.
Well, he didn't want to.
That's true. He didn't because he.
That's the one thing I don't like about the NBA. Is granted you can get an offer from the Pacers, which he did, but they can match it, and you got to go back to Phoenix.
Oh, so you had to go back to Phoenix?
Yeah, they matched his offer.
Yeah, the offer sheet. Yeah, because because you're still under contract with them. So whenever you have the offer sheet, they match it. Yeah. Then you have to go back to the team whoever matches. So so that makes sense then. So he didn't never want to go back to Phoenix.
I don't think so. Not with the system that they running. They don't run big ball.
Yeah. So he not a part of what they do.
I don't think so.
So because like I said, right now, when Devin Booker's playing, they rarely use him.
Yes, Devin Booker, Chris Paul, then him.
Yeah. And then like I said, Bridges, he don't really use him. So Ayton really just be running down the court.
Pretty much.
That's all he be doing. Yeah. Now when they're out the game, I think they feed him a little bit more. Yeah. But I feel like like you said, he wants to be more of an important role in what they do offensively. Yeah. And if he was in Indiana, he would definitely be.
Yeah, because Rick Carlisle loves big guys.
Yeah. Because he would have definitely it'd have him and Miles Turner.
Might as well trade Miles Turner for him. I'm not gonna have Ayton and Miles Turner on the court together.
No, I'm not saying you have them together, but I'm
saying there's no point.
Yeah, because you can't
trade Miles Turner and Ayton.
Yeah, because you can't have both of them. Even though Miles can stretch the floor a little bit, but you can't have both of them. It's just like the whole Cat and Rudy Gobert experiment. Yeah. Like you can't have both of them on the court, but because you paying them the money you're paying them, you got to have them on the court. So that's why I think too, as well, that I don't know if he needs to have a one-on-one with Monty Williams and figure out what the problem is and try to fix it. Because like you say, it's looking bad because it's called his contract. Exactly, he's out of what 4-year deal?
I think 4 or 5.
4 or 5 year deal. Yeah. So. And it's like you say, real bad when you can start seeing it on the actual court as they're playing. Yeah, it'd be different. Like these are issues that happen off camera. Yeah, in the locker room, something like that. But when you talking about live television, these folks arguing, then it is a problem. Yeah. All right, so let's move into the NFL. Do you think the Miami Dolphins gonna fold or grab the wild card spot?
They play New England. Last time I checked, they was up. No Tua today. Tua's in concussion protocol.
Do you think his career could be over?
It's in jeopardy.
Yeah, I think so.
One of them things
because this concussion thing is getting out of hand.
Yeah, it's 2 of them for him.
Yeah. And 3 of them.
Yeah, pretty much. But
3 bad ones.
They're not ruling that first one a concussion, but we know it's a concussion.
Yeah.
But it's one of them things where what's the limit for concussions for the NFL? Some people after 2 or 3 they just like, nope, that's it. So
and I think the NFL needs to look at that because, like you said, when you're talking severe concussions, like what it is, be different. Like he had like mild ones. I guess all of them are severe, but when you look at the 3 he's had, to where he's stumbling on the field, to where he's locked up on the field, and to then the last time when he was laying on the field again and got up and was stumbling all over the place. So it's like his brain getting rattled all over the place. So do you even if he do pass, health protocols? Do you feel comfortable as an organization to put him out there?
I don't.
Because I guess you can't trust it.
No, you can't. See, after the concussion, he threw 3 straight interceptions.
Because that's what I was talking one of my boys. He's a huge Miami fan. He told me that's the first thing he told me. He was like, "Man, Mark, he got a concussion." What are you talking about? He said, "Bro, look at he's literally throwing the ball to the defender." Yeah. Because his last 3 interceptions in a row, he literally threw the ball.
I was actually at that game, and
for real,
yeah, you can
tell there was something wrong with him.
Yeah, because I was sitting there telling somebody, I was like, they're running a deep cover too. Because the safeties was dropping back, and then you had your middle linebacker dropping straight back. They had 3 plays in a row, and one of them was like a trail cover too. So the corner that intercepted the ball, I think it was Rasul Douglas. he pretty much faded off his guy because somebody was going to the flats and he just jumped the route. You gotta start seeing that.
Yeah, and then the seam route he threw, like I said, it wasn't even
overthrew him.
Yeah, like it was just was bad. So like I said, I think his career is in jeopardy too. But do you think with him being out and Teddy Bridgewater, who's also been a risk at quarterback, do you think they got a chance to still make the playoffs?
This is year one of them together, and they already 8-7.
Yeah,
not bad.
Yeah.
As a franchise now, you gotta look for longevity instead of win right now, because I don't think they have a team to win right now.
Yeah. So do you think they should go get Lamar Jackson?
If he's out there, yeah.
Yeah.
If the Ravens don't pay him, why not?
Yeah.
He's from that area.
Yeah, I think it would be a good fit for him.
Going home.
And then he'll finally have some legit wide receivers he can throw the ball to.
And a okay offensive line.
And then tight ends okay.
Yeah.
And running backs okay. And then defense is pretty good. It's just they just be on the field too long.
Yeah.
And of course with that. So
that's nice. I didn't even think about that. Nice look right there.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, so let's stay in the NFL. Let's talk about the Bengals, man. So they, of course, they're on a 7-game winning streak.
Yeah.
Hottest team in the NFL right now?
I would say so.
Did they go back to the Super Bowl?
Ooh. With the way they finally clicking, I don't see why not.
Because
they got Buffalo
looks
tonight.
It looks
Buffalo tomorrow night.
It looks identical to how they made their run last year.
Yeah.
And at this time, they peaked at this time and just started running through people.
I think them playing Buffalo tomorrow night will determine if they can.
Because that'll be 8 straight games then if they beat Buffalo.
Yeah.
Which I feel like Buffalo is going the wrong direction.
You think so?
With the way they playing, yeah. With the way they playing, it scares me the way they playing, because I feel like that the first round they're gonna end up getting out of there.
Yeah. I did see somebody where they said they run a lot of zone and Joe Burrow can eat that zone up.
Absolutely.
Which makes sense. Layla Frazier got to come out and change the game against.
Because one thing about Joe Burrow and the Bengals offense, they know how to shred the Kansas City defense and Buffalo's defense.
Yeah.
Because the weapons that they have is you can't. It's too much for them.
Yeah.
And then they got two decent running backs over there in Cincinnati, and then of course the offensive line. I feel like they've gotten a much better.
Lost their right tackle.
They did. Okay.
Yeah, Collins.
Yeah. So, but before that, the offensive line was definitely starting to get it together and protect Burrow. Because once you protect him, the man's a beast.
Yeah,
he's one of the best quarterbacks in the league.
He didn't really play preseason, so he had to get those first couple games into the season to be his preseason. So he really didn't start warming up until they actually started winning.
True, that's true. So. But yeah, I think definitely with the way they playing, they can definitely make it back to the Super Bowl.
So you got them going back to the Super Bowl.
I got them going back to the Super Bowl. Who you got them playing though?
I don't know how the injury is to Jalen Hurts.
Yeah, because they're looking like it's more serious than what they thought. Because he not playing again today.
It's his throwing shoulder.
Yeah, and that's the problem. It's his throwing shoulder. So they're definitely gonna baby him to make sure.
Of course.
Because if you 13-3, 13-4, whatever it is, that's still fine because you're still the best in your division.
Yeah.
So
Minnesota, I'm not buying Minnesota.
You know what?
Not buying Minnesota.
Why? What happened?
Kirk Cousins. That's why.
But they have shown you. But every game,
Kirk Cousins can fold.
But every game they've shown you that.
And they all the years that they won, it's been less than a touchdown, I think.
Yeah, because they're always coming back.
Yeah, nah, I'm not buying it.
But Kirk Cousins ain't turning the ball over.
I'm not buying it. You can't trust Kirk Cousins. Kirk Cousins and Ryan Tannehill's like in that same
category. Like they good quarterback, but I can't trust them to get me to the big game.
Yeah, I'm not buying it.
Nah, I like Minnesota. I think what they're doing right now is special, and I think they're a team that needs to be paid attention to because, like I say, offensively they
have the weapons.
They got a juggernaut. And like I said, with Hawkinson finally coming into his own in the offense, it's just giving Cousins another great weapon.
Yeah,
and then of course they got a good running back, and then they got, I would say, top 2 wide receiver in the league in Jefferson.
Who's number 1?
Who's number 1? I would go probably right now, if I had to say the best wide receiver right now, I would still give it to Devontae Adams.
Okay.
Still give it to him. Okay. And I got Chase right behind Jefferson. Okay. Who'd you have?
I mean, you could go Devontae Adams. He's pretty much unguardable. And then probably Jefferson. Stephon Diggs, Jefferson. They tick for tat for me. I'm biased to Stephon Diggs. I really like him.
Yeah. I think I would say between Jefferson and Stephon Diggs, they're the best two route runners in the league.
Yeah,
I would say that.
Yeah,
and then right behind them, I would go Tyreek Hill. We talk about route running. You don't like Tyreek Hill?
I don't like his route running.
Really?
Yeah, I just think he just got speed.
Well, I mean, that's a big part of route running. You got to have some speed to be able to get in and get out of places that you're going.
I don't think he got a route tree. I don't think when you think of route runners, like I don't see Tyreek Hill being up there.
So what do you think about Waddle? You think Waddle?
A little bit.
A little bit.
I think he got more than Hill.
More than Hill, but you just think Hill is purely speed.
Purely speed, gets to the open zone.
Okay.
He knows that. He knows that in Pat Mahomes'
and
offense.
then of course the deep ball is always there for him.
Yeah.
So staying with the Minnesota Vikings. So Jefferson is on pace to do 2,000 receiving yards. And should he be getting MVP love?
Yeah. I'm really tired of quarterbacks getting all this love for MVP. So I think Derrick.
But you don't like Minnesota, so why do you think he need to get love for MVP?
I didn't say he was a problem in Minnesota. I said Kirk Cousins was a problem.
Cousins, okay. So you think that quarterbacks getting too much love for all the MVP talk?
Yeah. So at first I was a real advocate of Lamar Jackson being an MVP. Then Jalen got hurt. Lamar's hurt. Then it goes back to Pat Mahomes, Josh Allen.
Yeah.
The regular pretty much
the regular names that always are brought up in that topic.
Yeah, but if he can get 2,000 yards receiving, I think
he leads the league in touchdowns too, don't he? Receiving touchdowns.
Yeah.
So
he's pretty much on pace to do what Cooper Kupp did last year, but break it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I think he only need 206 or 208 or something like that for Calvin Johnson record, which he holds the record for most yards in the season, like 19.6 or something like that.
19.6, yeah. So yeah, if he break 2,000, I would. And then like I said, with them being a winning team, I would definitely think that he should be talked about for MVP. But I know he won't win MVP.
Yeah.
Like I said, it's always going to either go to a quarterback or like a defender.
Yeah,
I've noticed that.
Yeah. Who was the last defender that won MVP?
Aaron Donald.
He won of the season?
No, I think that was that Super Bowl he won?
Yeah, he won
Super Bowl. Okay. Yeah, you're right. So it's either going to be a quarterback or
because Derrick Henry and I was gonna say Fred. What's his name? Taylor, the running back for Colts.
Are you talking about Jonathan Taylor?
Jonathan Taylor. Both of them.
Last year.
Last year and the year before that had tremendous, seasons.
Yeah, rushing seasons. Yeah, almost 2,000 yards rushing.
Yeah, and they don't get no love for it.
Yeah,
and this man finna have over 2,000 yards receiving,
and they don't talk nothing about it.
Yeah. And Cooper Kupp got outbeat by Green Bay Aaron Rodgers.
He did
last year.
Yeah, he did.
Had a triple crown.
Yeah. And that's hard to do.
Yeah,
that's hard to do, especially as him being the type of like how they would put him around everywhere. He wasn't just a deep threat. He was a slot wide. He would do, screen pass. So like they had him working all over the field. So for him to do that, then have that achievement and then not even win the MVP, that was crazy. All right, so now we're gonna transition to baseball. So Aaron Judge, of course, he signed back with the Yankees. I'm happy about that. I'm glad he came back. But then they gave him the captain title. Do you think he's Derek Jeter 2.0? I just say I don't like the fact they gave him captain.
You don't like it?
I don't think he fits the bill for captain.
I'm not a Yankees fan, but I'm just curious why not.
So when you talking about especially in the history of that title with the Yankees, you have to be somebody on the field, off the field, and then produce heavily. And like I say, he just hitting home runs.
And he did carry the Yankees to a playoff spot last year.
He did. I will give him that.
Single-handedly ripped.
I will give him that. We were terrible, in the latter part of the year.
Yeah.
But like to me, to be captain, you have it's a lot that come with that, and there's a lot like I say you talking about Derek Jeter. Derek Jeter was he was different.
Yeah.
Home runs, stolen bases. Yeah. Golden Glove, all the different things he was doing year in, year out. And plus, like I said, they won with him.
Yeah.
They won, World Series with him. And with Aaron, we ain't been there yet. So
still coming, I think at 30, 28, 29.
Yeah, 30. He's still young. So he still got time to help us win one. But like I say, I just don't think that the title should have been given to him.
I think that's a heavy title.
Yeah.
The captain, you know.
It's a lot to come with it.
Yeah, Derek Jeter pretty much wore that out.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
for 20-some years.
Yeah, hasn't been a captain since.
Yeah.
This is your franchise player, especially with the Yankees.
True. Ain't
nobody else coming in there and taking it from him.
Nah. I would say I understand why they gave it to him because I'm sure that was a part of the negotiating to keep him there.
You think so?
Yeah, of course. Hey, man, look, we haven't had the title of captain since Derek Jeter. Mm-hmm. You sign this deal with us, come back, you'll be captain. Mm. So, like I said, it's a lot of responsibility that comes with that. Yeah. And I just don't know if he's ready to step into that role for the organization. Because like I said before, I'm just hitting the ball. I'm just, making sure that I do what I need to do to, ask for this type of money.
I think it all just gonna depends on the next few years. If he don't win him a championship, then I don't think he's gonna stand up to that title as a captain.
Yeah, because they're expecting a World Series in the next 2-3 years.
Yeah, for sure.
You got to. We gave you all this money, and we need even though money ain't a problem for them.
Baseball is hard though. That's not like a single player game like it is.
Nah, you can't. I mean, certain players like a Derek Jeter were able to impact the game, but with baseball, it's hard to, to be able to impact it to the level where, like you say, you can pretty much put yourself in the World Series year in, year out.
Yeah.
So when you have it, like the Houston Astros, what they're doing, that's amazing. How they're able to either be in the World Series, or come close to playing in the World Series literally every other year.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they draft well. They putting players right where they need to be. They let go of Correa. Mm-hmm. And they got this young.
You see that contract Correa son?
Yeah.
What you think of that contract?
I mean, health issues. I don't know.
He had signed with
Giants.
The Giants at first, and they were like, "Nah, your back all messed up. We ain't giving you 300." I think it was like 3. It was 25 or something like that.
Something like that. But I just don't know what they're gonna do with him because they got Francisco Lindor at shortstop.
Oh, to my over in
the Mets.
Mets, yeah.
What do you? I thought that signing was kind of weird.
Yeah, signing basically the same player.
Yeah, pretty much. And
Lindor, he got a big contract too over there.
He do. And then they just sign all these pitchers and other players too. So
and then they signed Justin Verlander too.
Yeah.
So I want to say they said on their books right now they got $800 million.
Oh, I believe it.
That they spent.
They spending like the Yankees is.
They trying to win. Yeah. They trying to win.
Everybody is.
Yeah. So that just lets you know how much money these organizations have for them to be able to spend that type of money, not even bat an eye. Yeah. $800 million, you would think somebody about, wait a second, we need to slow up and figure out what's going on with all this spending. But them and the Padres.
Oh yeah, Padres is just ridiculous.
I don't know what they're gonna do with Juan Soto, because when his contract come up, they're gonna have to give him some money too.
It should have been up, but I forgot they got him. Jesus.
Yeah, and then
immaculate.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And then their pitching's good.
Yeah.
So that's why, like I say, they spending some real money.
I don't know where they getting this money from, because San Diego, Jesus.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, I forgot about it.
Because they're in the same division with Giants, with the Dodgers.
D-backs.
Let's talk about Dodgers for a quick second. So how,
that's my under. I like them. I like Dodgers.
So I would say the Dodgers are like Kirk Cousins.
I mean, they won. Do you give them that championship? It was COVID year. It's like the Lakers. Do you grab the Lakers?
No, the Lakers bubble championship. I'm not.
That don't count.
That don't count. That don't count. But that don't count. But I would say.
I think they only played like 60-some games a year.
Yeah. It's kind of hard to give them that World Series too. It's kind of hard, but definitely the Lakers bubble championship. Yeah. Not giving them to them. Not at all.
Asterisk.
Yeah, it's a big asterisk. The biggest asterisk you can find. Not giving them that. So, but yeah, like I say, the Dodgers, man, they won those teams too where it's like, bro, you win 100+ games.
Yeah.
And then first round what was it, wild card? Y'all done.
Yeah. So
it's like that's another team like, man, it's big spending but minimum results.
It's longevity with baseball. It's not just 162 some games.
Yeah, and I think they need to shorten.
I think that's fine.
You think that's fine?
We already had this conversation.
Yeah, that's true.
Fine with it.
Yeah, I think they're playing.
You gotta think like it take you 3 games to really fill out a team in baseball. Mm-hmm. So you playing 3 a series is 3 games.
Yeah.
Or 4, depends on if you're in the division or not,
mm-hmm.
and all that stuff. So pretty much getting a feel of, by game 2, you should understand what team you're playing. But it's not like basketball where you can just go in and scout and, you know, everything else. But with football, baseball, it's a lot.
Yeah, there's a lot of pieces, and like I said, especially when you're talking about pitching too.
Yeah.
You gotta give guys a chance to rest their arm.
Yeah.
And if you're playing less games, that means less rest and more chance for injury.
Yeah.
So, cause they was doing 182 at one point. Now they dropped to 160, right?
I think it's always been 162.
162.
Yeah. Okay. It's like 80 and 80. It's like halfway. Yeah, I think it's like 162.
Okay. So yeah, that ain't terrible then. Like you said, when we're talking about,
even if you win 100 games, that's still crazy to think about.
Yeah. That's like I said, they won like what, 105 or something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
Almost 110 games.
Yeah.
That's
a lot of players. Like
they did
off season.
But that's putting up some real deal numbers. So, all right, man. I think that's gonna wrap it up for this episode. As always, we want to thank y'all for watching. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment down below. Let us know what you thought about this episode. And like always, we'll do our very best to implement it on the next episode. But y'all enjoy your 2023 year.
Yeah.
You know, go out and accomplish as much as you can. And until the next episode, guys, we'll see y'all there. Peace.